Hi, everyone. I am reviewing ISL Collective for my Module 6 course share. This is a free website that is a community of ESL, EFL teachers who publish self created English language lessons to help you relax about tomorrow's classes. So, I'm going to review the features of this website. There is a lot that I like about it. So I can look at worksheets, PowerPoints, and video lessons. I'm going to start with worksheets and come over here to the filters. There's a lot that we can choose from language points like grammar, vocabulary, writing, reading, speaking, listening. We can choose from topics, and there's a lot to choose from. Pedagogical goals, level, student type, dialect, which is a nice option, exams, communicative function, for example, how to arrange appointments, how to avoid saying something, how to be ceremonial. We have the option to select only resources with solutions, show only verified resources, avoid resources with sensitive or controversial words, images, or ideas. So a lot of nice options here. I would caution you against selecting too many filters. When I was testing this out earlier, when I selected everything that interested me, my results came up with nothing. So I'm going to select what is most important to me, which is my type of students. Right now, I teach adults who are B2 upper intermediate. So that's really important to me to make sure that I get lessons that are at an appropriate level for my class. And then whatever it is that I really want to focus on. So my B2 students are really interested in phrasal verbs these days. So I think I can type the words that I'm looking for instead of scrolling. So I'll do that. And I think that's it for now. I'll just search those words and see what I get. And you can sort by most popular or newest. I like most popular, so I'll know that other people like these activities as well. Okay, so we see lots of vocabulary with phrasal verbs. Lots of worksheets with phrasal verbs. All right, so I'll select this first one, phrasal verbs related to travel. Okay, down below the document, there are these green buttons. This one that says fill online, I have found to lead nowhere. I'm not sure if that is a feature on some worksheets, but when I've tried it, it hasn't brought me to any online option. So that may not be live yet. I can print the document, I can download it, and I can download it as a PDF. So as I mentioned at the beginning, these worksheets are made by other teachers who upload them here. So I would really highly suggest that you carefully go through anything that you choose to use in your classes. I'm sure that goes without saying, but this is not a professional resource. It's not activities that are put out by a publisher or a school. So sometimes even like the level can be a little subjective. I might suggest a certain activity for B2 and another teacher might not find it appropriate for their class. So I would just really carefully look through everything. There are some really nice resources. But for example, when I come down here to the notes on this document, This is suggested to be appropriate for A2, B1, and B2. So to me, that's a pretty wide range. So I would just carefully look at the activities. I would try the activities on my own. Most of these are able to be edited, so we can download them and open them in Microsoft Word. Or you can upload them into your Google Drive and you can make edits on most of the documents that way. So even if something's a little too busy for you, if you want to remove some borders or images, you can make those changes. So I would definitely check for spelling mistakes, even grammar mistakes, or just make sure this is a well-made activity that you really want to use. You might also use this as kind of a first draft and create something else off of it. It might be a good resource just to get some ideas, and then create something on your own. So that's another option. But there are some really nicely done worksheets. Lots of ads pop up on this website. That's one of my main grievances. I've had some commercials start talking or singing, and I don't love that. So also we have PowerPoint, and I'll just use the search bar here. Maybe I want something on the topic of friendship. And maybe I won't use other features. I'll just see what I get. The friendship game. Okay, and I can click through the PowerPoint. Okay. Scrolling down again to the details. And this is a resource that is suggested for A1 and B1, oddly not A2. So you might find something like this and think that it's appropriate to use as a warm-up activity or for an elective of some kind. All right. I'm gonna go back because my favorite feature on this website is the video lessons. So I'm gonna come back over to the filters. And here I'll say just general grammar practice and see what I get from that. I'll select again my students level, and they are adult learners. So just those 3 filters. And we'll see what we get. Lots of options. All right, let's choose this one. A lot of my students like the TV show Friends. So this is the apartment switch, present simple, continuous. Okay. All right, a little synopsis, appropriate for B1, B2, so that looks good for my learners. All right, cool. Let's try the video. And I like the length of this video. This is a little under 5 minutes, and I think that's long enough. When we look underneath the video image, we can see these numbers, which will show us where the video will pause for either a comprehension question or some type of fill in the blank. So we should add at least 5 minutes onto the length of the video for how long the activity will actually take. Because the video will pause, our students will take a moment to think about their answer, we will discuss the answer. So if I select anything much longer than this, it's going to really stretch out. So I like some of the shorter videos for these interactive activities. The other thing is that all the videos are uploaded from YouTube or from Vimeo. So if you have a favorite activity from one of these sites that you keep coming back to, you'll just want to come back and make sure that that video is still live. Because I've had that happen before when I've returned to like a Thanksgiving activity or a 4th of July activity each year, and that video has been removed from YouTube for one reason or another. So um, that's a resource that's not always completely reliable. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Okay, so we have a sentence up here at the top. The rooster blank for 3 hours. The rooster has been singing for 3 hours. Okay, we have number 2. Rachel has knocked on the door many times. Okay, so this is a fun way to practice verb tenses. If you have a smartboard or a projector in your classroom, you can do this together as a group, and we can also assign this for homework. So if I select that option, type the class name, and then I get a URL that I can email to my students, and they can do this on their own. I have tested the website on my smartphone. I would say that this works best on a computer or a laptop connected to Wi-Fi. It did work on my phone. Most of the features worked. I think it might be the pop-up advertisements that was causing some problems. For me, it froze a couple of times and it was getting a little bit frustrating. But if that's all your students have, it will work. I would just ask them to exercise patience. They also will need to create a login for this website. As I said, it's free, but they will need to log in with a username or password. You could always make one for the class and let everyone log in with the same username and password if they don't want to give their email address to the website. Some people don't want to do that. And then once they're logged in, students can use the website the same way as a teacher. So if they enjoy these interactive videos, for example, they can try others to practice different grammar skills, vocabulary, improve their listening skills. I really like finding websites like this that I can suggest to my students who have difficulty with listening, because very often we say to ourselves, I really need to improve my listening skills. So I'll listen to a podcast on the way to school or I'll watch some videos. And those are great things to do, but when they're not interactive and they don't give us any feedback, one, we might not be paying attention as we're walking along to school, or two, we might not really have a good grasp of how much of that did I comprehend? How much of it did I not comprehend? So if I'm a B2 student and I feel like my other skills are stronger than my listening skills, I might actually choose maybe a B1 or an A2 level and just practice videos at that level until I get comfortable. And then when I feel a little bit more confident, I can move on to the higher level videos. That's just a suggestion, but I really do like finding resources like that I can suggest to students that will give them that real-time feedback, and so that they can get a better grasp on how much they actually do comprehend when they watch videos like this. So a lot that I like on the site. It is adjustable. We can make changes to the lessons as we see fit. So I think it's a really nice option for a lot of us, and even for independent learners as well. So take a look at it.